everyone. Welcome to Midweek Live. So glad that you guys are joining us today. If you haven't heard, this whole month of July is a youth young adult takeover. Yeah? Just the giggles. That's it. Just the giggles. And so we've had first year college students. We've had incoming freshmen. And then today we have Kennedy and Taylor. Kennedy's going into her junior year in high school. Taylor's starting senior year.
Yeah.
Class of
2022, I think. I don't know.
You might want to figure that out before the school year starts. And we are going to be eating Peeps. I know, you're probably like, it's not Easter. Why in the world are we eating Peeps? Shout out to Jeff Range, who actually donated a lot of the candies and things like that we're eating.
Thank you, Jeff.
Yeah, thanks, Jeff.
You, Jeff.
And so, we're going to be eating some interesting flavored, certainly not flavors I've ever seen, but I don't know. Maybe you will know them. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows?
See.
And we will see. And we're going to talk, real life stuff. Excited?
Yes.
Exciting? You ready for this? You're my first girls.
Yay!
I just realized that today. I was like, I've had nothing but guys, so this will be like interesting to have. Girls are supposed to be more talkative and stuff, so we'll see if you guys can out-talk the guys.
Oh yeah.
And then of course it's gonna
it's gonna get real.
It's gonna get real.
Really deep in here.
Of course. I also added a few questions. You guys are gonna be like, what? No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so let's go. You don't have to eat the whole thing, by the way. I know,
it's huge.
It's like I was like, I don't even know what to do. I wanted to take like a portion of it, and that'd be kind of weird to have like the head of a bunny inside of like the cup. I thought that'd be like a little gross, so I decided not to do that. Go ahead and grab the first one and eat whatever part you want to on it. I don't know what to say to that.
When you guys eat chocolate bunnies, do you start at the ears or do you start?
I would say ears, because it's like, how are you gonna start in another section?
ASMR. Interesting.
We both ate the same.
An ear. You guys ate the ear. See, did you? Okay, so back to you. When you're eating a chocolate bunny, where do you start?
If I had chocolate like that, it'd be the ears.
Yeah, it would be the ears, right? Because you don't want to eat like
though.
a bigger part of the bunny.
Yeah.
It's no. Okay, so what flavor you think you
Air
ate?
freshener.
Air freshener. I promise you.
I taste nothing. It tastes like clean linens.
Did you say clean linens? And you guys went back for seconds.
I'm trying to figure out what it is.
Okay.
Oh, he has a little carrot.
Yes.
I think it's just original, I guess.
That's it. Yes, it's just marshmallow.
It didn't taste like anything.
It's just marshmallow.
Air freshener.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Apparently tastes like air freshener, in case you were ever wondering what a Peep tastes like. Okay, so let's get into some questions. What are you guys looking forward to this next year? I mean, it's been a weird year and a half or so. So this will be, like, I assume, the first time you're going back to what was whatever your normal high school experience. So tell me, what are you looking forward to?
I think I'm looking forward to just being in class again.
Yeah.
Like,
Did you miss that?
Yeah, I could not learn anything.
Would you have ever imagined that you'd miss being in school?
Oh my gosh.
All the time. I love school, not for the actual education part.
The fellowship.
Yeah.
That's why
The
I'm
hanging
like,
out.
I love the fellowship.
The hangs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm the kind of person who learns like by doing and not by sitting in front of a screen and just not listening. So
Yeah.
It's hard because you can get so distracted so easily.
Mm.
I mean, it's a
you
device.
have no idea how many trips to the kitchen I took.
You take the computer with you in the shower.
Well, I guess you could just walk wherever you need to, so it's not that big of a
Just
deal,
everywhere.
huh? Okay, so is school, that's so funny, because I was saying, is school like a social outlet for you?
Yeah.
I mean, because that's how you connect with people, right? That's how you
Yeah.
connect with your friends and stuff, is seeing them at school.
Yeah.
And yours is, you're going to be going to Garza? Minarets. Oh, I knew that.
I've stayed at Minarets.
You stayed at Minarets the whole time. And you're actually homeschooled, am I right?
Yeah, I'm in a charter school though.
Charter
so
school,
I actually go and take classes at a school.
Yeah, and so that will resolve, and you'll start doing that again.
I hope so, yeah.
Okay. All right. So, do you feel prepared for like life after high school? Like whatever that looks like. Are you guys doing college?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely.
I do not feel prepared.
I love how there was like slight hesitation. Absolutely
She
not.
leans into the mic.
I know.
Absolutely not.
Let me be so clear with this. No, you don't feel prepared at all?
I'm excited. I'm just not that ready. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm excited too. I don't know. There really hasn't been any classes to help with what I'm wanting to go into. which I know we're going to touch on later,
Yeah.
so I'm not going to
Yeah.
spoil.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just, there isn't that much. And college is just, I mean, I already have done some college stuff,
Yeah.
but not really like through my high school. It's
Right.
more for my brothers.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
I totally forgot the question.
No, but are you prepared for like life after high school, like whatever that looks like? You're gonna have a lot more.
To a
I don't know.
degree, yeah. I know I've thought about colleges and stuff, but it kind of still freaks me out a little bit. So, you know, I'm still a junior, so I don't have
Yeah,
to,
you feel like you have more time. You feel like you have more time.
no pressure.
Okay, let's eat number 2. So number 2 is the very top one there, and
Oh my
hopefully,
gosh.
oh yeah, I was gonna say hopefully they don't stick
It's
to the
so
bottom.
pretty.
Okay, yeah, go for it. Yeah, I was gonna say there's some weird ones in here.
Kim, this is not good.
But you're going back for another bite.
It tastes like
Play-Doh.
It's like strawberry or like cherry.
Play-Doh. I loved the Play-Doh one.
No, I know this.
Not
No,
good.
Kim, it actually tastes like Play-Doh.
No,
It's-
like I promise you, I did not. No, no way, man.
Come on. take
Okay,
a bite.
fine.
Take
Now I just feel like I.
Kind of tastes like
It tastes like Play-Doh.
strawberry. Did you drop
Okay,
it?
officially, I actually know the flavor of this, and it doesn't taste like. Well, maybe it does now.
Cranberry,
Mm-mm.
cherry, peach.
I don't think it's cherry.
It's pink.
Does it not taste a little like Lucky Charms,
give
though?
it to
I mean, it's
you.
not Lucky Charms, but doesn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of.
Okay, it's cotton candy.
Oh,
It's cotton candy.
I understand
I-
now.
Yeah.
Okay, the pink and blue makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
now,
I have a
but-
feeling if you maybe smelt it, that sounds so weird, but
I don't have. You ate the rest of mine.
does it smell like
I
cotton
mean, I
candy?
gave it to you, so.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Here, you can smell it.
Yay.
Okay, so
No.
when we interviewed Caleb and Dyson and I asked them about high school and about like their senior year and stuff, they called it, Dyson called it the last holding of your hand. You know, like they're kind of holding your hand when you're in high school. And they also said to not worry or stress too much about the future. How do you feel about like those statements? Do you feel like that's true? High school is
Yeah.
kind of holding your hand?
Yeah, to a certain extent.
Yeah.
It just, the way my school is set up, it's more of an independent style.
Right.
But yeah, there's definitely that hand holding, and your parents are like hard on you, but not as hard as you as they're probably going to be when you're in college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially being homeschooled, like for the longest time I didn't really get that school experience. So finally like being comfortable at home doing school in like my pajamas or whatever, because you know that's like the homeschool stereotype
Right.
and
Yeah,
stuff.
exactly.
But like, you know, when I'm gonna go to college, that's all gonna change like dramatically.
yeah.
Dramatically.
Dramatically.
I just said go for it.
It's
yeah.
gonna
just go
change.
for it.
But you know, sometimes change is good, so I'm
Yeah.
excited.
They said not to stress too much about the future though. How do you feel about that?
I'm so stressed.
Doesn't matter.
I'm-
You still feel stressed
Yeah.
regardless. Even if they're
I-
telling you not to be.
I don't really feel stressed. I mean, I've been exposed to a little bit of college.
Yeah.
'Cause both of my brothers went
Yeah.
through it. And
Yeah.
the way they made it seem, or Jake is making it seem anyway, it's not very hard
Yeah.
when he actually does his work.
He's getting outed. Anyway, so okay. Do you know what you want to be? What you want to do?
Yes.
Yes. Go for it.
Oh, I'm supposed to answer.
Oh, you,
I was
you
just
said
saying-
yes.
I was just
assuming.
saying
Okay.
I want to move towards like a psychology field and being a therapist,
Okay.
like a child's therapist, because you know my mom's a child psychologist, and
Nice.
like I just want to help people. How I know
Okay.
they have helped me.
Yeah.
So
That's really great. Yeah. Cool. How long have you felt like you've landed on that? How long has it been since you've kind of made that decision?
since like the start of the school year, because
Okay.
I went into like a psychology class and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So I was like, I would love to do this for a living.
Yeah. That's awesome. What about you?
Probably something in law enforcement if I
Oh
don't
my
go into
gosh.
fish and game.
Really?
Yeah.
You
game
want to
warden.
be like a detective or a cop or?
There was a time that I was wanting to go into like, like you know the Criminal Minds,
Oh, like
Like
it's like
behavioral
yeah,
analysis. That's
mhm.
what I was looking for.
Inspector
but
Gadget.
now I'm like wanting to go into fish and game.
Okay.
So be a game warden.
All
like,
right.
Animals and stuff.
Wow. I love how you said it with like you
animals.
laughed when you said that. Why is that funny?
It's just because everyone everyone who knows me knows.
Oh, you
that-
love animals.
Oh yeah.
You have loved
so
them.
like it probably isn't that much of a surprise to them.
We
but-
early on, I remember early on,
Oh,
you
no.
would just walk around. You would walk around the worship center on Sundays, like finding all the lizards,
Yep.
grabbing them.
That's all I would do on Sundays.
Yeah.
Or
Tried-
that one time that I caught a baby bird and I
Yeah.
put it in my purse.
You caught a lot of
Yeah.
frogs,
Yeah, I did.
toads, and
Yeah.
stuff. I could never.
I have pictures. I'll show you.
You have showed me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you hoping to go away to college or stay local?
Oh,
I mean, if you want to answer, go for it.
Whoa,
The
okay.
question is out for anybody to answer.
I'm
whenever
hoping
you
to
want.
stay local for 2 years and then go away for,
Yeah.
junior, senior year of college and
Okay.
stuff. So
What about you?
I don't want to go to college, but my parents are making me, so I'm probably going to do Clovis Community for 2 years and then either Fresno State or try to go get over to
FPU?
No, Cal Poly.
Oh, okay. Oh, nice.
I don't know, my mind's
I
somewhere
definitely
else.
have a couple of colleges I've like singled out.
Yeah.
So.
Like?
GCU,
Okay.
Arizona State,
Yeah.
Texas State.
You like the
All
hot
great.
states?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Great
No,
education.
no.
Texas. I mean, I'm not gonna like say that, but being out of state would be really nice. So
Yeah. To experience something outside of California.
get away from the family.
Yeah. It's the time of age where that happens, so that's not surprising. Okay, so let's do number 3.
This is
Really colorful one.
right.
Yes. Really, really colorful.
Oh, it's squishy. Oh.
Not a fan. Kennedy is not a fan. Not even close. Oh my. I know I didn't even think about this, but we will not be doing that. Please don't throw up, Kennedy.
I'm not. It's really squishy.
That's
Like
what.
when she takes a bite, it like
It's a texture thing. Still nothing, huh?
I think it's
I'm
watermelon.
just gonna gun it.
Is it watermelon?
It is not. Smell it, maybe.
Bubble
I
gum.
can't smell anything.
Bubble gum. No. No. Okay, ready? 3. Oh, she's getting it. 2,
I give up.
1. Fruit punch. It is fruit
No.
punch.
Oh shit, no.
Yes. I see it now.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna finish that one. I was like, what
No,
are you
no.
doing?
I finished the 3.
Okay, so we are going to talk like serious things now. So we're going to talk about, have you ever been like sad or felt depressed?
I mean, there's definitely been times where I've felt like really down for a while, but I don't think I would go as far as to call it like depression.
Mm-hmm.
There have been very, very low moments that have lasted quite a while, but yeah.
Blue or sadness, maybe just something
Yeah.
like that. You know, does it come from boredom, you think, or is it just like that was something different?
It was definitely something different.
Yeah.
There have been, well, not necessarily boredom, but there have been times where I just haven't really felt connected to anyone or anything for
Yeah.
a while. So
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay.
Did that happen at all during like the 2020 year
No.
and stuff? No.
No. I was so
If-
great
if-
to get away from people.
I was going to say, but then on the other hand, like everybody was actually together a whole lot during that time,
no,
huh?
I did not like my family during that time. No offense, Mom. I know you're watching.
Okay. Have you ever felt sad, blue, depressed?
Yeah, I always feel like at some point in someone's life they get a
Yeah.
little bit depressed. I know that I was a bit more depressed in 2020, like not being able to see my friends,
Yeah.
having to watch church online was kind of
Yeah.
sad. Because oh my gosh, I love church. I love
Yeah.
going to worship, seeing my friends,
Yeah.
playing games and stuff. And kind of when that went away, it was like, it was just not fun.
Yeah.
Not my ideal, Wednesday.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So, how is depression portrayed like on social media? Do you guys have friends? Do you guys see it on social media or in any of those platforms?
Yes.
I was going to
I
say
would
yes,
say-
but there's like,
There's a lot of people out there, like, they don't always fake it, but there are a lot of people out there that will post stuff about them being depressed for attention.
Mm.
And I
Mhm.
have seen that quite a bit. And I'm not saying that they're not feeling upset, but I
Yeah.
don't know. But
Right.
there are a lot of people out there that do it for attention. And
Yeah.
so,
it's like
yes.
depression and being sad are like
different
they're
things.
like different things, but they're similar. Like when you're depressed, you feel sad, but like being depressed is not being sad.
Yeah. And
Okay.
a lot of times when people post for attention, it's like after a breakup.
It's like you're like
Yeah.
exhausted.
I mean,
Yeah.
have you ever been through a breakup? I didn't even think of it.
No.
No.
Don't ask me that question.
No.
No. Yeah.
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 But it wasn't really that
wasn't too-
serious.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever shared with others when you're feeling that way? Like, do you feel like you have safe people around you when you're feeling like bummed out or sad or
Yeah,
whatever?
for sure.
that
My
you have-
small group leaders, the girls
Yeah.
in my small group,
Yeah.
you guys.
Each other. Yeah. Yeah.
I would say yes now, but when like I was feeling that way, I didn't really have anybody.
Yeah.
Um,
And
so
or
it
at least
made it a lot
or at least
harder.
it felt as if you didn't.
Definitely felt as if I didn't have anybody. I'm sure I had people, but I just didn't feel like I could trust them because trust is a really big issue with me. So yeah.
Yeah. How would you encourage somebody else like in that situation right now, like feeling sad or feeling blue or just feeling they don't have like people around them, and they're not necessarily the ones posting those things, but they're feeling that way as they're like scrolling through and seeing everybody's like vacations and highlights and all of that.
Yeah.
Like, if you could talk to them, what would you say?
I would say definitely reach out to someone, whether it be like a sibling or your parents or a close friend or someone you look up to,
Yeah.
and get off social media.
Mm.
Like
Yeah.
if you're feeling that way while you're looking through social media, you should not have social media.
Gosh, social media can be such a negative place sometimes. It's kind of hard to enjoy it. But I would say, like, you know, reaching out to someone doesn't make you a weak person. Like I said in my testimony video,
Yeah.
you know, I wouldn't have done that stuff if I hadn't reached out and, like, got help.
Right.
Because it's 100% worth it.
Right.
You know, being vulnerable is not bad.
Right. Right. But there's a lot of lies we tell ourselves when we're in that, right? Like,
Oh, yeah.
when you're
Yeah.
saying, there's a lot of things because only you're in your head.
Mm-hmm.
And so only you, and you're just agreeing with everything you hear, because I think it feels much better to like tear yourself down than to try and have.
It's like you're your own bully.
Yeah.
I would definitely say that you're your own enemy.
Yeah. Definitely in those situations, huh? So the sooner you can kind of get out of that and let other
better.
people kind of speak
Change
into
your
you.
mindset.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So let's try number 4.
Oh, this looks fun.
Birthday cake.
I just told you. Yeah, I told you.
Yeah.
we
Is
were-
it? They call it party cake.
Listen, we were walking here, and I
Ew,
told
that's
her.
actually nasty.
Listen, no,
That's
stop.
crusty, dusty.
Stop. I told you when we were walking over here, oh, one time I tried this birthday cake Peep, and it was disgusting. And
Yeah.
you were like, that's cool.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to go and tell you that it was sitting in there.
it's
Well, that will be number 4 that you try.
Yeah, no, that's
You wanna
disgusting.
No, I do not want to
It's
try.
actually gross. Look at it.
I know.
Detergent.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's talk
I know
about
what that tastes like.
Let,
But
I was gonna say maybe we shouldn't be promoting laundry detergent. Okay, let's talk about friendships. Are there such things as healthy and unhealthy friendships?
Definitely.
Okay, what would you say are those differences between the two?
I'd say a healthy friendship is one where both people can go to each other to talk to each other and lift each other up.
balance.
Yeah.
Definitely. And then an unhealthy one is just one that's one-sided. One that someone, like, you can be friends with that person, but if it's one-sided, you can't find refuge in that person, and it just throws it off.
Yeah.
And then, of course, if your so-called best friend is, like, telling people things about you that aren't true,
Yeah.
that's definitely toxic.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Girl, bye.
Yeah.
Next.
Okay, have you ever had to change the people that you hang out with or hang around with?
for
All the
sure.
time.
Yeah.
I feel like friends that you make at school are the most ones that are prone to be toxic and to leave, because, you know, when you make friends at church, you already, like, you know the atmosphere, you know that they're, like, God-loving people, and they're gonna, you know, be nice and stuff, but making friends at school is kind of hard because you don't know their opinions, and it doesn't always turn out great.
Yeah, and it's always hard to talk about those opinions.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And, you know, these are vulnerable years, too, as you're kind of just even kind of figuring yourself out. along the way, but then to have people around you that maybe you don't feel like you can trust, that's got to be really difficult, especially because you were saying you actually deal with a little bit of the trust issues. That probably really is. Do you find yourself being protective over like letting people in?
Definitely.
Took me a while.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it took her a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely find it very hard to let people in. I'm like one of the sit back, observe people. As outgoing as I am,
Yeah.
like I am like internally like judging
a
you.
follower, like a follower, not a leader.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not judging you. I'm just like, do I want to let this person
you're,
in?
You're taking in the information to decide.
Exactly.
Like you're observing. You're observing.
It takes a while.
Yeah.
And then when I do finally open up, it's like semi-trucking you. Kennedy knows.
Wait, what'd you say?
She said
I
it's
said
like a semi-truck.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, what would you do if you were in a situation where you didn't know anyone? You were walking into a place that you didn't know anybody. What would you do?
Well, I feel like I'm like a
You'd get on
Be
your
my
phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
secluded person. Like, I get really anxious even walking into church and I don't like see my friends or something. Like outside, I'm like, I don't want to go in until I see someone I know. Go in because you know you're like, you feel comfortable walking in with somebody, or you know, I would just like push myself away because I don't like going up to people and being like, hey, my name's Kennedy, you know, you want to
So
be friends?
you would kind of hold back a little bit. You'd kind of
A
hold
little
back
bit
and
to
kind
myself
of
sometimes, but
take it in slowly. And you probably do what I would do. You'd pull out your phone as like a safety
Yep.
net.
yeah,
When you're walking
Yeah.
through like the mall or something by yourself, and like there's people around you just walking, pretending to be on your phone, like
Yeah.
just opening and
Yeah.
closing random
I've
apps.
done
Yeah.
that. Sometimes I like pick up my phone and act like I'm on the phone with somebody. I'm like, yeah, that's so cool, guys. I'm like not talking to anybody.
Just so that it would just make you feel not so alone.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. Okay. What would you do if you saw someone being left out? The opposite, kind of like that person's walking into a place where they don't really know anyone.
I would probably go up to them.
Okay.
I would too, to a certain
Yeah.
degree. Depends if they look.
Do they feel approachable?
Yeah.
Mm.
If they're like have that face where like I do not want to be talked to, then I'll just be like,
Yeah.
whoa,
Give them
okay.
their space.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
That makes sense.
I carry that look sometimes.
Yeah. I do as well. Okay, let's try number 5.
Oh,
Watermelon.
it looks like a frog. Is it
Yeah.
supposed to, it is a frog. No, it's not. It's just
What? It's watermelon. You can't
Yours
tell
is
me
just
I'm-
really
it's just-
squished. Yours is
You
just
can't
really
tell me
squished.
I'm wrong. This is good.
You're,
watermelon.
it is.
Yeah.
It's sour watermelon. Does it taste sour at all to you?
It's good.
Okay, we found one they like. They like the watermelon one. Okay, let's talk about comparisons. I feel like I really didn't feel like asking the guys comparisons. I don't really know if they think about stuff like that, but I feel like girls do. I feel like we think about comparisons a lot. We look at the way
Oh,
people
yeah.
dress and stuff like that.
Definitely.
So have you ever struggled with comparing yourself with others?
Yep.
always.
I
All the
don't
time.
know many females that would answer no to that. So I think that's pretty
It's
good.
kind of hard not to though.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Does what you see happening does that happen more in real life? So comparing yourself with others, does that happen more in real life or on social media? Like as you're on social media, you're seeing like clearly a lot of stuff, or do you feel that more in like your everyday life?
I would say it's more social media than it is in real life.
For me, it's definitely a mixture of both.
Hmm.
Probably a little bit more social media, just
Yeah.
because a lot of the times I'm scrolling through social media when I have nothing else to
Yeah,
do.
it's out of boredom, right?
and
It's like
I'm not seeing people.
Sends me like 40
Yeah.
million videos.
Oh yeah.
yeah,
But there's definitely times like where I'm in the moment, like with people around me, and I'll be like, "Dang, she's so pretty."
Hmm.
But like, it's not like an envious, like, "Oh, I wish I was that pretty." It's just like, "Dang, she's really pretty. You go, girl." But then later, I'll be like, "Wow, I wish."
yeah,
Exactly. I
Yeah.
feel that too. You know, you're scrolling and you see someone on vacation or something and you see that they're having a really good time. You're like, I'm happy for
wish.
them. But sometimes there's
Yeah.
like this little thing inside you like, wow, you know, wish I was them just a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Have you felt insecure about yourself? And is there, I didn't ask you this part, but is there like a common theme in that insecurity? Like, is there always something that comes to mind when you're making that comparison? that make sense?
Like always one specific
Yeah.
thing, like
Yeah.
like the way we dress, or
Just, is there something always that, like, there's a common theme that keeps coming up for you?
I'm kind of confused by the question a little bit. So,
So if you're looking through social media, if it's like, yeah, people doing things, like you just wish you were doing the things that they were doing, like you always kind of feel, or you feel left out. It's like you see the people that you know and you're like, oh, like I feel left out. Why wasn't I invited to that? Or if it's like, I don't know, the kind of clothes you would want to wear, the kind of style, you know, like is it commonly the same thing that you notice yourself kind of noticing in others?
it's like
Or is it
different
just
with
general?
different people?
Yeah.
it's definitely different with different people. But there are some times where I'll be like, wow, I wish I looked like her.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, it's definitely a lot. I wish I looked like her
Mm.
for me, more than I wish I could go do that.
Yeah. It's more of the appearance
It's
side of
always
things.
like, wow, how can they do that? Like, they're so pretty.
Mm.
You know, their skin's so clear and
Mm-hmm.
they're tall and skinny and stuff.
Now, you know, social media and the way that it works with like algorithms and stuff like that. So I'm curious if like there's some girls that will do like makeup things, you know, and like the longer you stay on certain things, the more you then
Watch so many
get
makeup tutorials.
Yeah.
You send them to me. Do you think I can do this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is it almost like perpetual, right? It kind of
Yeah,
gets
it's
even
kinda our
worse.
fault.
Yeah, it's kind of harder.
We're looking at that
Uh-huh.
for so long, and we're liking it and
Yeah.
saving it and sending it.
Yeah.
So
So then you're constantly reminded of those things.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
why social
kind of
media
a-
is just a trap.
It's kind of a vicious cycle, huh?
It is.
I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes for entertainment, it's nice, you know, to connect
Yeah.
with people, but it can be such a
Yeah.
dangerous
Yeah.
place.
Yeah. Okay, so let's try number 6.
I'm looking at this and I want to say like graham cracker or cinnamon or something.
If it's cinnamon, I can't eat it.
No, it's not cinnamon. Kennedy is
Christmas.
It's not
Gross.
Christmas.
That is disgusting.
Try smelling it again. I think the smell might give it away. I thought the smell might give it away.
I know what this is.
Yeah. You do know what it is,
Ugh.
but not a fan.
Why is
No.
it brown? Is it cinnamon toast crunch or something?
No. It is a root beer float.
Oh yeah, no. I'm not.
Listen, I definitely taste the root beer
I
part,
definitely.
but
It's disgusting.
Okay, so we're a lot on social media. Does what you see on social media affect how you feel in real life? In other words, like the things you do. So you're talking about doing makeup, right? So
Oh,
do
yeah.
you then catch yourself like
I'm
trying like a ton of different
I'm
makeup?
always doing different makeup stuff, especially recently. Actually, most people will tell you like she does it so much differently than she used to, because I used to not do it like at all, and I used to not do it good. But now I'm like decent at it because I
Yeah.
actually know how to blend and use colors and stuff.
Anything so clearly you've learned how to do
Oh, yeah.
makeup on social media. Anything that you've been surprised at learning on social media?
oh my gosh, all the hack videos with all the cool stuff.
Yep.
I'm like, wow, I can do that.
Yeah.
I built a
there's
skateboard lamp.
Did you say you did?
I did.
A skateboard lamp.
Yeah, I took an old skateboard that was broken. It didn't have the wheels on it. Your son, Dyson, actually went
Oh,
with me
yes!
to help me go
Yes!
get parts for it. Yeah, I built a skateboard lamp.
There you go.
Like, hanging on my wall.
Mom, do you think I can do this?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And then you try
Never
it.
works out. No.
No.
Mm-mm.
There's a lot that I've learned and that I've used and failed at. But
Yeah.
it's okay.
It's been fun to try.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, what role does social media play in your life?
Entertainment.
Entertainment.
Yeah, just
I
entertainment.
know the boys said that last
I think that's
time.
really
They said
common. I think that's a lot of people. It's fill in all the
Entertainment.
little tiny spaces
Yeah.
where you're bored.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it also communication? Is that the way you
Uh,
do?
I don't really use it that much to communicate.
Okay.
Just because I'm not really allowed to. I send people videos and stuff.
Yeah.
And like, dude, watch this. This is
Yeah.
funny. But that's really it for communication purposes.
Yeah.
Or sometimes I'll reach out to an old friend and then I'll be like,
Yeah.
hey, text me.
Yeah. Here's my number.
You know,
type of
sometimes
thing.
you only have their Instagram,
Yeah.
so and not their number. So sometimes it's a little bit easier.
Yeah. To
Yeah.
communicate that way. What would you do without social media?
Text. Watch YouTube. I don't know. Just use something else.
You're all find another thing to fill the time.
Go actually hang out with people maybe. Oh,
Yeah.
wait. Don't have friends.
No, stop. You two are friends?
I'm leaving.
No,
I'm
she's
sorry,
actually
Kennedy, I
been
love
gone
you.
for apparently 10 days. I thought it was
Yeah,
I
no,
thought it
it's
was
been
a
a
month.
while.
I thought it was like a month.
I've been
but-
gone for a while.
Yeah. Okay, let's try the last one. See what you think.
This is gonna be strawberry.
Yeah, or cherry.
But
This is
so
disgusting.
Cinnamon!
But so not.
It's cinnamon.
It's not cinnamon.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it
Spicy?
That's like spicy cinnamon.
What's a spicy cinnamon that you can
Like
think
you
of?
know, okay, you know the mints,
Cinnamon toothpaste.
like the
You're-
Altoids.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
No,
like
that's not
The
it.
mints, the cinnamon mints.
Yeah.
Not cinnamon. But it's like the mints.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know
It's hot tamales.
Listen, I was going to say that, but I thought I'd say it wrong and embarrass myself, so I didn't.
Hot tamales. Do you want
This
me to
is
say it like
good.
that?
My
like
mom
this.
would love this.
I
loves
think
hot
I love
tamales.
hot tamales too. I think I do the same thing. Okay, let's talk about God. Do your friends know that you are Christian? Do your friends know that you are Christian?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's obvious. Yeah. Do you?
PK, pastor's kid.
PK. I love the little.
Everyone knows.
Do you believe that God has designed you with a special purpose?
Yeah. I don't know what it is yet, but I do believe that there's something that he has in store, a specific way that he wants me to live, and I'm doing my best.
It depends like on what God's calling you to do and what you feel in your heart that he's like pushing you towards.
Yeah.
Okay. How different would your life look if you didn't have God or church family and that?
Way different.
Oh my gosh.
Is it frightening to think about?
Yeah, I would just get into some old habits that
I was born into a church, so it's not like I've never had that atmosphere around me. Like for years, I've like always gone to church. I was born into a church. I always had that around me, so I have no idea what it would look like if I didn't have that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't always been in a church.
Right.
A lot of people know my background through foster care and stuff and getting adopted. So when I was adopted, I was pushed into the church, and
Yeah.
it was great. I mean, I loved going, but for the wrong reasons. I loved only going for the social aspect, and it really wasn't until like these past 2 years that I've
Yeah.
actually gained a relationship with God and actually cut out some old people and old habits that I was doing that I should not have been doing. So.
Yeah. Do you feel like that was a conscious decision that you had to make to like?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To
I
grow.
definitely had to push myself, and it was hard, but I was like, this is so much better. It's going to be so much more rewarding. And so far it has been. So
That's
Yeah,
great.
usually it was like, oh, you go to church on Sunday
Yeah.
and you go home and you do it again
Yep.
next week
Yeah.
and you
That's
you go to
exactly
church
what it
on
was.
Tuesday or Wednesday and
Right.
you go home and you wait for the next week, do it again. Like
Right.
it's like a little cycle, but
Yeah.
once you actually like feel it, you want it.
Mm-hmm.
Like you actually
you don't
enjoy
wanna
it.
miss it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't miss it.
Like I
Yeah.
hate missing church. Like it makes me so sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In what ways have you seen God work through in your life? In what ways have you seen God work
You first.
in or through your life? And that's a big one. It's the last one, so.
I remember when you reached out to me
Mm-hmm.
asking, like, hey, I want to hear about your story. And,
Mm-hmm.
we're like texting and I'm sending you all this stuff and whatever. And then you were like, hey, you want to do like a testimony video? I'm like, whoa. I'm like,
pump the brakes a bit.
I actually originally said, like, no. I was like, I'm not ready yet.
Yep.
Yeah, I still did it though. Like, I was like, because I almost felt like I didn't have enough of my story to tell. Like, I felt like my testimony wasn't like to a place where I could actually share it yet, but definitely that like sharing my story and stuff definitely dramatically changed things, and
Yeah.
I feel way more confident being at church now, and
Yeah.
it's great.
I remember telling you when we had that conversation that like you don't have to wait for like the
I was like, I gotta wait for something else to happen so I can talk about it.
And it's like, no,
but-
people need to actually see you in it still. Like people need to see what you're doing different and how you're trying to make different decisions to find a different
when was
result.
that? Was that like
Gosh, that was I feel like that was February, March of this last year.
Already that long ago?
Yeah.
I know.
I
Yeah.
remember watching the video like
Yeah.
I
Like
remember when
yesterday.
Like it
I
was
remember
yesterday.
when you
Yeah.
sent it to me, I was like bawling
Yeah.
my eyes out.
Yeah.
I was like, this is me.
Yeah.
this
So what about
is-
you,
Okay.
Taylor? What ways have you
Um,
seen God work?
Probably well, looking back on like foster care and stuff, definitely like, wow, that was horrible. Like those were some horrible situations that I was taken out of, and thankfully I was. And then recently, looking back on my early high school years, because I can say that now, my early high school years, and just being told no for certain things. I was like, I hated it in the moment, but now I'm like, wow, God was really trying to protect me from this. And it's just really cool to see like how much I've come.
Do either of you guys keep journals?
I do now.
Yeah.
I have, but, it's kind of hard to keep up with it sometimes. But I have since houseboats.
Yeah. I would encourage it throughout your life because just like you just said, I mean, it's good that you were being reminded of those things, but sometimes we forget, like, the experiences we were in, and we see that, like, written out in our own words, in our own, life, and we read back and we go, oh, I know how that turned out. And now I can see, like, how God
like, I have a prayer journal.
Yeah.
And I've had, like, this prayer journal for, like, a year, and I write down my prayers in it. And the other day, at, like, the Donuts and Devotional thing yesterday morning, I had it, and I, like, went through and I looked through, like, my old prayers, and I'm like, wow, those have actually been answered.
Yeah.
I'm, like, going back and reading them. Like, it feels so much more secure knowing that God actually answered those when I wrote them down.
Yeah, and maybe not even in the way that you needed or asked for or anything, but you can see now that it was perfect.
It feels safe.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's a good consistency in that because it's like that is the great evidence that God is in fact like he is moving and working and doing, so much more than we can imagine or dream in the moment. And so, yeah. All right, guys, we made it to the end. You made it to the end. Did you have a favorite in the midst of all that?
The watermelon.
That was so good.
Yeah, the watermelon was pretty
and
good.
That's great.
The spicy one.
You liked the spicy one.
I finished it. I went back.
Oh, okay.
You can have the
well,
rest of it.
I will eat the rest of that when we're off camera.
Go for it.
Yeah, here you go.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for joining us. We will see you Sunday. And I want to thank Kennedy and Taylor for joining me today. And high school tonight.
Tonight.
Yeah, be there.
Be there.
7
Be
p.m.
there. Be square.
That's right.
We'll be there.
Yeah,
Yes,
they'll
we
be there.
will.
Go and make it a great rest of your day.